Are you thinking about moving to Cumming, Georgia, but looking for a neighborhood that doesn't break the bank and in a great location? Well, in today's video, we're gonna be showing you just that. And this is gonna be one of those neighborhoods that you rarely find on Google or on ChatGPT. Let's get right into it.
One of the best things about this neighborhood is the location.
I agree.
Cumming is a big city and there are neighborhoods all over the place with all different varieties of homes, but they're all in different locations, and that matters when you are somebody looking for something specific. We think this location is great because it is centrally located. You are close to all the shopping you need, which is your groceries and your everyday shopping, but also big shopping that you need getting done. There's furniture stores around and all that good stuff. But you are also very close to the heart of Cumming, where all the events are happening in town. And Georgia 400, which is the main freeway here, is only about 1.5 miles from this neighborhood. As somebody who used to commute and be on the freeway all the time, we've lived in a couple neighborhoods where we've been really far from the freeway, and we have clients that felt the same. They had a 10-minute drive just to get to the freeway, and that was something they did not want to add on to their commute. So they said, hey, Robert and Amber, we see your videos. We know you guys are very well geographically knowledgeable about this area. What's going to be a community that gives us A, B, C, but also is in a great location where I'm not spending 10 to 15 minutes just to get to the freeway to start my commute? So this is one of the neighborhoods we love to show people because it's very close to everything, but as you can see, it's still very quiet. You don't hear any traffic, you don't hear lots of car alarms or anything going off. So I love this hidden gem. I think it's in a great location for people who like to be close to things, but still want to feel like it's quiet and calm.
Yeah, you're right, Amber. This location is perfect right here on exit 14, slap dab right in the middle of Cumming, Georgia. But what's nice is that you're on the side that's closer to Lake Lanier, just minutes from Lake Lanier. On the weekends, you'll see people just like this in a truck, pulling a boat, pulling a Sea-Doo, pulling their watercraft, because that's what people do in this neighborhood is go to the lake. I've seen a couple boats just sitting in the driveways around the area. Now, as far as shopping, Amber mentioned you have Best Buy, you have Kohl's, you have Target, you have Walmart, you have some places to eat. You have just so many things minutes from here. Now, the downfall is because everything is right here, you do have that traffic. So coming right out of the neighborhood, there is a little bit of a congestion with the traffic, but here's the catch. If you reach out to us, we will share our secrets on the places where you can maneuver around this area in this neighborhood without sitting in the traffic. And that's what's great about North Atlanta, Georgia, is it's like a concrete jungle, right? So many roads, so many backways you don't even know about. So most of the time, the locals are not sitting in traffic. It's all the people trying to go through the city that are sitting in traffic. Now, the reason why people outside of the location like this neighborhood is the price point. We talked about this in the beginning of the video that, price points can change a lot where you're looking, right? If you're looking for new construction and you have a lower price point, you may want to go north. Or if you want to have a better location, you really don't have to worry about a budget, you could be closer to Alpharetta. Here, you're going to be right in the middle of the price point for Cumming, Georgia, which is $650,000. And in this neighborhood, you have homes that are in the 500s and you have some homes that are in the 700s. And it's justified based on the lot size, on the home size, and the upgrades inside it. In fact, we're standing right here. You can switch the camera. I think someone's right here behind us, but this home right here behind us is for sale. This one's $625,000 on a cul-de-sac, four-sided brick. I think it's a four-sided brick. It's brick in the front. But yeah, I mean, that is just one of the many homes that come up for sale in the neighborhood, kind of give you an idea. And this is a pretty well-established neighborhood built in the 90s. So you have a lot of custom character that you're not gonna see with the new construction. A lot of our clients are reaching out saying, hey, Rob, hey, Am, we are open to resale, not just new construction. What can you show us? And unfortunately, when you search on Google and ChatGPT or wherever you like to do your home search, typically you're gonna see Polo Fields, you're gonna see Vickery Village, you're gonna see Three Chimneys Farms and some others. You're not gonna find this neighborhood. And the name of this neighborhood is called The Vineyards. Every single street in this neighborhood has some kind of wine taste, whether it's Napa Valley, Cabernet Court, it doesn't matter, Bordeaux. So they all have street names that are related to the wine, which I think is super cool.
Actually, if you Google vineyards in Cumming, Georgia, the neighborhood comes up like they think it's a winery that you can go visit.
Yeah.
Because it showed the front of the neighborhood sign one time, and I'm like, that's a neighborhood, that is not a vineyard to go sit and sip some wine.
So you get a variety of style of homes, and you get a price point, whether it's that 500 all the way up to 700, and you still get different sizes. Now, some of these homes have basements, Some of them do not. Some of them are four-sided brick. Some of them are stucco. And then inside the neighborhood, there's only about 100 homes total. So it's not a huge neighborhood, and it makes the HOA affordable without being overdeveloped. So the HOAs in this neighborhood are right between $40 and $50, somewhere right in there. And up at the front, at the entrance, you get a swimming pool that's open, not year round, it's throughout the season, certain time of the season. You also get a tennis and pickleball court. The pickleball court was just all redone. And there's a pride of ownership in this neighborhood, which I like. Some of these neighborhoods you move to, let's say you're thinking about moving to Cumming, Georgia, and you just, drop a pin on any neighborhood. You may find a neighborhood that doesn't have the curb appeal like this one. So I think the beauty of it with all the trees, it is just something else. I think it really is one of the top 5 hidden secret gems here in Cumming, Georgia, when you're looking for neighborhoods on a budget or within this price point.
And let's talk about why there's beauty here. This is an older neighborhood. So throughout the city, there's a ton of older neighborhoods, and then there's a lot of new construction going on right now. And to each their own. Everybody loves their own ideal of a neighborhood. Some people absolutely love new construction. They don't want big yards. They want everything clean, cut, and crisp. And we have a ton of communities we can show you for that. But we have a lot of people that enjoy the older neighborhoods. Like Rob said, the houses were built in the 90s, and that is something that people strive to look after because the quality of homes built then were just superb. So we do have people that specifically ask, hey, I want an older home, and this is the years that I want. And that is this neighborhood. And then with that comes the maturity of the trees and the greenery around here. So if you notice as we're walking through, there are large trees behind us. It's not a new community where they've just planted and I'm taller than the trees going on. So I think that brings beauty to the neighborhood, especially right now it's November. So we're getting those beautiful fall colors on these leaves, which just makes this neighborhood even more gorgeous to me, I think.
Yeah, it's really pretty. Now let's talk about something that, a lot of people reach out to us asking us about the schools and what school is it zoned for and where would my kids go to school? Well, just so you know, here in Forsyth County, if you want your kid to go to another school because of the amazing career path that are options at each one of the high schools, you can do an inter-city transfer. This community is zoned for Central High School, but let's say you want to go to South High School, which in my opinion, I think is a little bit closer. You can actually transfer between the schools. You just give up the right to be able to get a bus, to pick up your child. But this community has bus stops within it, and there's like 4 or 5. I remember showing property here a couple weeks ago, and it was actually that home that I just showed you. And the bus stop was here in the morning, and I was like, why the heck is there a bus coming at 9 in the morning? Come to find out that bus is actually late, but there's 3 different pickup times for the schools, whether it's middle school, elementary school, or high school. So I think that is a cool thing. Not all the kids and not all the buses and the parents are driving through madness. It's pretty relaxed, pretty slow in here. And so with that are the schools. So you have Lakeside, which is the middle school. We talked about the high school being central. You have Lakeside, which is right down the street. And if you have kids that are in elementary or in middle school or both at the same time, listen, because this is a very big appeal to this neighborhood. If you're dropping your child off at elementary school and you got to be there at 8 o'clock, and then you have to drop off your middle school, you're not driving to the other side of town or the opposite direction. They put the schools right next to each other so you can drop both kids off and then do whatever you want to do, whether it's going to the lake, go to Buford for work, or Alpharetta, or whatever it is that you do after dropping the kids. Everything is right here, which I like. Now, if you like to go get coffee or go to the corner store or go to the grocery store on a regular basis, like I feel like we do with kids, then this location is superb. You're not sitting in minutes and minutes or hours to go to the grocery store. Like some people travel really far to go to the grocery store. It's crazy to me with all the traffic. Here, you can be at the grocery store. You can go to Aldi, you can go to Publix, you can go to even Kroger, all within 5 to 10 minutes. And if you want to go to the corner store, you need to go to get gasoline or go to the bank, those are all right here once you get outside of the neighborhood. So that is one thing that a lot of people do say is, hey, the traffic is a little bit more intense around this area, but on the flip side, everything is right here. So each to own on what you're looking for and that vibe that you're looking for, reach out to us because yes, this neighborhood may be perfect for you, or it may be terrible for you. And this is why we always urge you guys, reach out to us, because we can kind of help you and steer you, not steer you, but show you the correct neighborhoods that match your lifestyle of what you are looking for. So earlier we talked about what's inside of this neighborhood, and right now there are 3 homes for sale. So check it out. Right in the front, you have a ranch style home. This is going to be your best price home in the neighborhood currently. It's a 4-sided brick ranch with no basement. It's not on a cul-de-sac, but it's got a huge, lush, green backyard. So if you have kids and maybe you're a growing family or you want that price point to be under $600,000, that is right there in the front. You're really close to walking to the pool. So sometimes during the summertime, the kids are ready to go to the pool, or you want to watch your kids walk to the pool. That's gonna be a perfect home because it's right up front. So it makes it super easy. Not only that, but if you like to go to Dunkin' Donuts, it's the closer one to Dunkin' Donuts right outside the street. All right, home number 2. Now this one's a little bit different than the other 2, and that's because this one is on a cul-de-sac. It still has, I don't know if it's 4-sided brick. I know it's brick in the front. In fact, I can see it from here. Beautiful home, white columns in the front. Like I said, on a cul-de-sac, big backyard. It is upgraded to some degree, but not as much as the first one. And that one's priced at $625,000. So you have $595,000 for the lowest entry point home here in the Vineyards. And then your next price point is gonna be $625,000. And now with home number 3, a lot of people are looking for this style home. This is probably the #1 style that we get for people reaching out to us for resale. And that is a 4-sided brick ranch home with a basement. So that is what this 3rd home has. Now, it is the biggest home out of all 3, so you get more square footage. The only downfall about this one is the backyard does open up to the main street, which is not really a main street, it's Knuckles, so you might hear a little bit of background noise, but really not a big deal because it is pretty quiet in general in these back areas. And this one's gonna be priced, I think it's right at $750,000. They might be doing a price change soon. It's probably a tad bit too high. So if you guys are thinking about buying a home, this is where we come in as your local experts who know the area very well. So it matters what the price point is, the days on market, and from there, we can figure out a game plan on how to write an offer. So that is the Vineyards here in Cumming, Georgia. Like we mentioned, to kind of recap a little bit more about it, centrally located right here on exit 14, very close to Georgia 400 if you need to go south to Alpharetta or Atlanta. What would you say that drive is down to Atlanta on no traffic? Would you say about
50 minutes?
Okay, so
no
you got
traffic.
50 minutes to get down there. If you need to go to the airport, add another 15 minutes. Keep in mind, this is without traffic. If you need to go to the grocery store that's a mile, here's the tricky part. The grocery store that's a mile, during traffic hours, how long of a drive is it from here?
5 minutes.
Okay, so still not too bad. I think it's probably more like 10 minutes, but it's probably 5 minutes to the
I know the
closer one.
secret back ways though,
That's
remember?
True. That is true. And then the schools are also very close by. The high school is the furthest away, but even at that point, you're probably 5 to 10 minutes away. Of course, if taking the kids in the morning, the high schools start the latest, which if
nope,
you want
middle school starts the latest.
And yeah, if you want to know why, you got to reach out to her and give us a call because we'll tell you exactly why that is. A lot of people don't understand why the schools are staggered time. It's not because of traffic. There's actually a deeper root to that reason. And we absolutely love that reason. So make sure you reach out to us about that. So that is Cumming, Georgia. This is going to give you your average price point of $650,000. Some homes are above it, some homes are below it. This is going to give you homes that are built in the mid-90s, but it's all about the location and the curb appeal here in the Vineyards. Of course, if you guys are thinking about relocating to North Atlanta, Georgia, whether it's Cumming, Georgia, Buford, Alpharetta, Dawsonville, Sugar Hill, Johns Creek, you name it, we cover all those areas at a high level. And really, living here in Cumming, Georgia is one of the best cities or suburbs nationwide, in my opinion. We live in a couple different areas, and this area is fantastic, even if you're not into the lake, or maybe you don't have kids that are in school. I think there are 1,000 different reasons why Cumming, Georgia could be your next home. Till the next video, you guys take care.